Hello everyone, my name is James and today's flow is focused on building strength, stability, and control. I want you to move slow, stay intentional, and don't rush anything. Let's get started in our child's pose. Alright, so we're going to start off in our child's pose. We're going to roll over our ankles, knees out wide, hips to our heels, toes together, hands to the front of the mat, rest our head down. Arrive here to your mat. Really focusing on your breath here. Deep inhale through the nose. And even slower, longer exhales through the nose. I invite you to use your Ujjayi breath. What that's going to look like is deep inhale through the nose. And then an ocean-like sound. Kind of like Darth Vader. What that's going to do is help to heat the body from the inside and really get you ready for practice. So settle into the mat, take a few deep breaths here. Forget your day, forget your week. You're here now. On your next breath, let's come on up to our tabletop. Move the hips from side to side. In our tabletop, our shoulders are over our wrists. Our knees are under our hips. We have a nice neutral spine. Okay, now let's go into our cat-cows. So for our cow, we're going to drop the belly. Chin's going to look up, we're going to look up. For our cat, we're going to bring our chin to our chest, round the spine, look towards our navel. Let's inhale, drop the belly, look up for our cow. And exhale, chin to chest, round spine. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. And exhale, chin to chest, round the spine. Two more. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. And exhale, chin to chest. Look towards your belly. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. And exhale, chin to chest, round the spine. Let's come back to our neutral tabletop. Hands are planted firmly into the mat. We're going to tuck the toes and we're going to lift the knees just about an inch off the mat for our hovering tabletop. So really core engaged here. Hands are deeply rooted into the mat. We're on our all 10 toes. Make sure you breathe. Let's lift the hips, drop the heels for our down dog. Let's take this dog for a walk. Left foot, right foot, pedaling out our heels. Maybe have a micro bend in the knees. Don't worry about straightening them, but make sure that all 10 fingers, all 10 knuckles are rooted into the mat. Maybe we shake our head yes, shake our head no. Just making sure that there's no tension in the neck. Perfect. What are we doing first? Tabletop, under tabletop. Down dog. Plank, slow lower. Okay, on the next breath, we're going to come back to our plank. So okay, from our down dog, we're going to come into our plank. So what we're going to do is roll forward. Shoulders should be over the wrists. Core should be engaged here. Now we're going to do a chaturanga. So we're going to slow lower. Elbows are going to come into the chest. Slow, controlled. And then we're going to push back up to our plank. Let's do a few more of those. We're going to slow lower, elbows into the chest, and push up. One more, slow lower, and push up. Into our down dog. Hips high, paddle it out. Now we're going to take this right foot down, left foot high for our three-legged dog. Left knee's going to come to our nose for our core plank. We're going to step this left foot forward for our low lunge. Drop the right knee. We can lift the arms up. We can keep the arms down. This right foot can be tucked or untucked. If it's tucked, you'll feel a little bit more engagement in the right quadricep. The left quadricep should definitely be engaged. Left knee over left ankle. Breathe. Long spine here, core engaged. Think of pulling the navel in. From our low lunge, we're going to go to our high lunge. So we're going to lift the back knee and hold here. Really feeling the burn in our left quadricep, our left thigh. Just for a few more breaths. Now we're going to plant this back foot, arms in one line, come to our warrior two. For warrior two, our back foot is about 45 degrees. There's heel to arch alignment, so you can see my front heel, my back arch are in one line. I'm looking over my left middle finger. My thigh is engaged. My left knee is over my left ankle. I'm breathing in through my nose and out through my nose. On the next exhale, we're bring the hands down to frame the foot. Step that left foot back to our down dog. Paddle it out. Then we do the other side. Plant the left foot. Right leg flies. Three-legged dog. Right knee to your nose. Core plank. Step it forward. Lower the back knee. Come back to that low lunge. So we have some options. Make sure the left knee or right knee is over the right ankle. We can have our left foot tucked or untucked. Our hands could be framing our right foot. Or we can really engage our core here, lift our arms up. Long spine, shoulders roll away from the ears. Core is engaged. Pull that navel in. Now let's come into that high lunge. So what we're going to do is lift this back knee, Whoop. Shite. That's hard. Wait. Now we're going to come to that high lunge. So we're going to lift the back knee. Really engage into both quads, both thighs. Just for a few more breaths. Now we're going to drop the back foot, 45 degrees. Come to our warrior two. So windmill the arms open, looking over our right middle finger. This right knee is bent over the right ankle, maybe a little bit further forward. Left foot is 45 degrees flat on the mat. There's heel to arch alignment. My right foot, my left foot. Shoulders roll away from the ears. On the next breath, windmill the arms down, frame the right foot, dip the hips, look up for our low lunge, fly that back foot back, the right foot back to meet our left, back to our down dog. Okay, here's where it gets fun. Now we're going to plant that right foot down, left foot high, three-legged dog, maybe bend the knee, open it, left knee to your nose. Step it through. Now we're going to go right into that warrior two. Drop the back foot. Lift the arms in one line. Sinking forward. This time we're going to reach the left arm forward. Flip the palm. And reverse our warrior. In reverse warrior, my left bicep is by my ear. My left knee is bent. Right leg is engaged. I can have my right hand on my right thigh. I can do a half bind. And then we'll windmill it open. Back to our left foot. Fly our left foot back for our down dog. Maybe take a vinyasa. Back to our plank. Slow lower. Maybe up dog the chest. And then back to our down dog. Let's fly that right leg high, bend the knee, open the hip, right knee to your nose, step it through, left foot plants, come back up to our warrior two, arms in one line, reach this right arm forward, flip the palm, reverse your warrior. Let's windmill the arms back open. Frame that right foot. Fly that right foot back to our down dog. Back to our plank. Let's do a chaturanga. Inhale. Here we can up dog, which means a cobra with our thighs off the mat. Or we can just do a cobra. And then we tuck the toes back to our down dog. From our down dog, we're going to lift the heels, and now we can hop, step, or walk to the top of the mat. So I'll hop, inhale to half lift, long spine, exhale to fold. Now we'll rise toward Tadasana, hands touch, hands to heart center, into our chair pose. For chair pose, our feet, our toes can be together, heels out maybe an inch, or our feet can be about hips width apart, whichever is more comfortable. But then I like my toes together, heels apart just about an inch, and then we're gonna sit back into our chair. Arms are gonna come high, we're gonna dip the hips down, and we're gonna look up. Like we're sitting in a chair. Just for a few breaths. On the exhale, we can forward fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, we can plant the palms, step back to our plank, chaturanga. Inhale, we can up dog or cobra. Exhale back to our down dog. Let's lift the heels, make our way to the top of the mat. Inhale to half lift. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, reach up, rise up, back bend. And exhale, hands to arm center. Okay, now we're going to do some one-legged balance work. So what we're going to do is make sure we're rooted into the left foot. Lift the right knee. Sometimes when you lift the right knee, the right hip wants to come up. Want to keep the hips parallel, keep the hips even here, neutral. Maybe flex the foot. We can bring the arms up high or keep them at heart center. This is our one-legged Tadasana. On the next exhale, let's bring the right foot down, meeting the left, hands to heart center. Let's switch legs. So plant it down to the right foot. We're going to lift this left leg high to 90 degrees. Making sure our left hip doesn't come with it. Hip should be neutral. Hands can be at heart center or they can be up. To our one-legged Tadasana. Rooted firmly into our big toe, pinky toe, heel. Big toe is key here. I have flat feet, so I have to think about really rooting into my big toe. Amazing. Let's bring the left foot down. Maybe a slight back bend. Inhale. And then let's hands to heart center and forward fold. Let's inhale to half lift. Exhale to fold. And let's step back into our plank. Slow lower to our chaturanga. And up back to our plank. Let's slow lower to our chaturanga. Back to our plank. One more slow lower. Back to our plank. Into our down dog. From our down dog, we're going to come back to plank. And then we're going to make our way into forearm plank for a little ab finisher. So, for forearm plank, you want to make sure our core is engaged. Really rooted into our forearms here. And we're just breathing. Don't forget to breathe. Just 3 more breaths. On the exhale, we can slow lower to our bellies. Bring our favorite ear to the mat. Maybe do a little tick-tock of our legs from side to side. And then we'll come back to center, hands under the chest, push back up to our plank. Okay, now we're going to do one more finisher. We're going to take our right knee to our right elbow, then back, left knee, left elbow, then back, right knee, right elbow. A couple more times, left knee, left elbow, right knee, elbow, left knee, left elbow, right knee, right elbow, left knee, left, right knee, right elbow. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Amazing. Back to our down dog. Inhale. Let's go on high to our toes. Inhale. And let's hop, step, or walk to a seat at the top of the mat. We're going to slow lower down to our backs. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we're going to go into our bridge. So heels are into the glutes. Hands are planted to the sides. What we're going to do is lift the hips high towards the sky. Knees should be over ankles. Let's exhale, slow lower. Let's do 2 more of those. Ready? Inhale to lift the hips. And exhale, lowers them. Last one, let's inhale, lift the hips. And exhale, take them down to our heels. Maybe tick-tock the knees from side to side. Amazing. Okay. Now we're going to hug both knees into the chest. Big squeeze. We're going to drop our right leg out, keep our left knee in. Pull that left knee into the chest, into the shoulder. On the next exhale, we're going to cross this left knee over the body. Left arm's going to go out long, looking towards our left hand. For our supine twist. On the next inhale, let's bring the knees back into the chest. Big squeeze. Now you're going to keep the right knee in. Left leg's going to go out long. Pull that right knee in towards the shoulder. And then exhale, right knee over the chest. Right arm long. Spinal twist. On the next inhale, let's bring both knees back into the chest. Big squeeze. And then exhale. We're going to release everything down to the mat for our final resting pose, our Shavasana. feel free to stay in Shavasana for as long as you need. There's no rush for movement if you're not ready for it. But if you are ready to move, start to bring a little movement back into your fingers, your toes, your ankles, your wrists. Maybe move your head from left to right. I invite you to stretch your arms and legs like waking in the morning, big stretch. And then bring the knees into the chest, exhale. Roll over onto your right side for your pose of rebirth. Taking one final moment to be here. Find some gratitude for your practice, for yourself for showing up today. If you're ready, you can push on up to a comfortable seat at the top of the mat. Hands into the chest, chin slightly bent. Ending in gratitude. The light and love inside of me honors and loves the light inside of each and every one of you. For that, we'll bring our hands to forehead center. We all bow together and say, Namaste. This practice is how we build strength through control. If you want to move better and stay consistent, follow the Built Better movement. Hope you have a fantastic day. Namaste.